Well, hello guys, this is Goofy and today you're gonna learn how to install Razer Cortex, which is an app that helps you in order to boost your FPS in any video game that you desire. In advance, I'm gonna thank you all for clicking on this video, and I would really appreciate it if you guys had subscribed and told me what you think about my videos, and then follow me on Twitch as well. Thank you. Let's get into the video. Hello guys, let's get right into it. In order to install Razer Cortex, we have to search Razer Cortex into Google, and when we want to do that, type in just Razer Cortex, then press enter. In the search results, you can pretty much see all of these things, but the first result that comes up, you can click on it, then it opens up this page for you, which is the page that explains all of the features and the things that you can do with Razer Cortex. But at the end, what you want to do is click on this download now, and then it downloads the app. You click on it, you wait until it pops up, then you wait. It's something like this. When it opens up, there are settings here that you can edit. Our first setting is that do we want to install Razer Synapse or not, which we don't need it right now. So the thing we can do here is just tick this Razer Cortex, and we cannot change the destination, so we leave it. It just says that it's going to install it in C drive. Alright, then next you press install. You just wait for it to install the app. I have already installed it, so when you install it, you need to make a Razer account or you need a Razer ID. Okay, it's already installed. When you install Razer Cortex, there is shortcuts in your desktop which you can use. When you click on it, gonna wait until it pops up, and there is a window like this that pops up. You need to make an account in order to access all of the features of this app, but there are two things that you can do. First thing that you do is need to make an account here. I've already made one, so I don't need to connect with another account or something. But what you're gonna have to do, this is the first page that you encounter when you first install Razer Cortex. With Razer Cortex, there's the login page that it asks you your email address, password, and other stuff. If you already have Razer ID, you can log in easily. And the other thing that you can do is sign up. By signing up, you're gonna have to specify a Razer ID for yourself. That is pretty easy. You can, for example, choose whatever name that you are comfortable with. I've already made this one. This is mine. 123. This is not taken, so you can make a unique Razer ID. Then you need your email address, and you make a password. If you choose a strong password for yourself and you choose an email, you'll be good. You don't need to do anything. But after you do this, there is an email for you in your email box, in your inbox, that you have to click on and verify that it's you, that you're using the Razer app. The other thing that you can do is come here. There are three ways that you can connect your account to the Razer Cortex. You can log in with your Facebook account, you can log in with your Google account, and at the end you can log in with your Twitch account, which I've already connected my Google account to this, so we don't need to do anything else. And if you choose your account and enter your password, they'll connect you to your Google account and you'll be all set. When you log into the Razer Cortex app, it's like this. There are multiple features and tabs that have their own specific purposes. I will explain them one by one that you can use its features. When you install your Razer Cortex, it automatically finds whatever games that you have in your PC. And then if you have a game that is not installed in your PC, you can add it manually from here. If you look at this plus icon, add the game manually. You click, it opens up a list which are all the apps and games that are in your computer and installed in your computer, and you choose whatever game that you want that is not listed automatically. And it's that easy, just the way I like it. Next step You can rescan for games. Rescan for games. If you press this, it will refresh and it will find whatever game that is installed in your PC and in your hard drives. And in this spot, in this section, this link section, you can connect your account. For example, you can connect your Steam account wish list to your Razer account, and you will earn Razer Silver that will help you to use it in its market later. You go here, you click, and you find your profile, your Steam ID profile with steamcommunity.com slash whatever it is. You can do it like this. You go to your Steam account, and then you click on your name. Then after that, you go on profile, click on your profile. All right, this is our profile. We need our link. If you want to copy your profile URL, you click copy page URL, and you go to your Razer Cortex and you add it here. After you've done all of this, we come back to Game Booster. Okay, we already know how to add games, scan our hard drive, and sync our games with our Steam profile. Then after all that, imagine whatever you game you wanna boost before you play. So for example, I choose Counter-Strike or CSGO, and you click on View Dashboard. Then you come here. This is your library, and this is your all of the settings and the graphs that you need about your game. Here it shows how many average FPS you have in all the times that you played. Mine is 80. It differs, depends on your computer specs, your PC specs. The tab that we work the most with here is boost. That is basically the whole purpose of this app. Here there are certain settings that you can choose in order to boost your game, and some of them are related to your preferences, but some are necessary, and I will tell you to pick whatever is needed for you in order to get the most out of this app. First one is enable CPU core, make CPU resources focus on gaming processes efficiently. It's basically a high launch command that you can use in Steam. It will focus all of your cores of your CPU on the game that you're playing at the moment. The other one is disable CPU sleep mode and utilize all CPU cores to make sure that the CPU works at percent performance. That's a good one as well. It basically uses all the power that your CPU has. And the other one is turn off automatic updates. This will cause you lags and it will make you have loss in your games, that you have to take this as well. Close Explorer to increase available physical memory and resources. This is optional. It will help for some people. It does help me in my game whenever I want to play CS. But if you have a strong PC, that's not necessary. Enable game power solutions. It basically changes your PC power plan. If you go here, you type power plan, it will show that what power plan your system has. If you go to your power option and you see it's on balance when you play any game, the Razer app changes your settings to high performance, which is very practical. On the other hand, clear clipboard clears your clipboard, which is not necessary, but you can do it. Clean RAM. The most useful here is clean RAM. That will make a space for you, closes unnecessary apps that consume a lot of RAM. The last thing that you can tick here is launch game on game desktop and provide maximum processing power for gameplay without interruptions. Basically, it tells your PC to only focus and concentrate on the game that you're playing, not anything else. And it could be useful for you to get a couple of extra FPS, and I think that's very handy when you want to play games such as CS that requires lots of FPS. Alright, you tick this, and there are other tabs as well that you can use in order to get the most out of your PC. In here you will see the apps that use the most out of your PC, such as your CPU, GPU, and memory. You can pick them and you can specify those apps to be closed when you are playing your games. Services here have their own function as well. These are default settings which are pretty good. These settings, if you mess with them, you will get your Windows doesn't work properly. So I think you leave it by default settings. That's what you're gonna do. Then in the end, non-Windows services which are services that are not related to Windows and its functions. But if you close this app, for example, such as Windows Scribe, which is a VPN, if you close its service in your Windows, you have to turn it back on later in order to use it, or the app doesn't work properly later. That's one downside of using this. At the end, we chose whatever we had to in order to boost our PC performance. At the end, we click here. There is this like thingy that counts how many megabytes of RAM that is released in our computer, and if we wanna work with some apps such as, I don't know, apps that require lots of RAM, for example Premiere, Photoshop, and stuff like that, can run this boost manually before you want to use them, and that's going to help you a lot. But if you do these settings once, it will be saved, and you don't need to do it anytime that you want to play any game. If you're done with it, click restore, and it will bring back all of the stuff that you closed, and it will be normal again. After all of this, so you want to turn this on, which is pretty useful. And the next tab that we have here, we can have a FPS counter in our game that if you want it, you can have it. So you can choose this option, show FPS overlay, while in game, which is pretty useful. In the other tab that we have here as well, System Booster, it will scan our PC and clean the unnecessary and unused file, and it will delete the temp files, which take a huge chunk out of your hard drive, and optimizes the processes in your PC, defrag games that are fragmented. And you go here and click a scan. After it scans your PC, it will tell you how much junk files you have, and it will speed up processes that your PC have. And we'll wait until it finishes searching and scanning, and we'll be right back. Alright, after it's done scanning, you can choose your games to defrag. My games are all defragmented, so I don't need to do it. But I don't need anything to be optimized here. But I do have 400 megabytes of junk file, which has to be deleted. If I click here and choose these ticks, tick all of these, and press optimize, it will optimize my PC, and I think I will have a better experience to get the most out of my rig. Okay, at the next tab that we have here under the system booster, it's my rig that shows our specs. I have my GPU here, CPU here, the amount of RAM that I have, and the resolution which I use, and the driver of my GPU, Windows that I use, or the OS that I use here. And I think that's all. There is all to it. Thank you guys for watching. I do really appreciate it, and I'm really glad that you guys stayed until this portion of this video. Hit the subscribe button, like this as well to show it to a broader audience, and comment, tell me what you think about this video or the stuff that I did wrong. I will be glad to answer you and we talk together. Yeah, that would be all. This is Goofy, and we are goofing around. Goodbye!